I'm going to chant some words from the Bible, from the document of Christendom, on one of the corners on which our civilization is built. And it's the first words of the Gospel of John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So who owns the Word? What is this contest about? Whose words are they? They belong to God. Free speech, our will and our conscience is our own. And that should be reflected in any free market, any free exchange of ideas. But that's not what we're seeing here. We are seeing bias against Christendom, against the civilization that our culture is founded on. And so here we go. We'll start with a bit of an oracle. If someone will hold this microphone just up about here. Will you do it? Thanks. That's my stick fall down there. See that? Oh, great. Oh, well done. So if you just hold that nice and high up about there, is that all right? Should be able. So here we go. The first words of the Gospel of John, chanted on the Barrow, and they're powerful words, and they're important words for what we're doing here today. That document, often we might say, wouldn't it be great if we had a document that catalogued human history? Wouldn't it be great? Well, it's there. That's what it is. And it is what it is. It isn't anything else. And this is the basis of our culture and our civilization. And these are the freedoms we have. That's why Christendom and the Western world is the place everybody wants to live in. So that's what it thrived on. And these words are important to that culture. So here we go. Hold it up good and high, thanks. If your arm gets tired, gets up. In the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. By Him were all things made, and without Him was not anything made that was made. And in Him was life, and that life was the light of men. And the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness overcame it not. In the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. By Him were all things made, and without Him was not anything made that was and in him was life, and that life was the light of men, and the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness overcame it not. Thanks very much, lads. So that's it. The Gospel of John. Why not? Why not? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Whose words are they? You know, we have freedom of choice with God in the Bible. You know, we can say and do whatever we like. We're free to use our mouths and do and say whatever. That's our gift from God. The Word, you know, our conscience and our will. We have the consequences of whatever we say. And that is the nature of this world and of that's the process we go through. That's what our freedom experiences. And that's what teaches us. But we have a challenge to all that. You know, we have a challenge in many ways to Christendom, to the basis of our civilization. And I'm going to talk later about the fall of Gaelic Ireland, about what happened to the O'Neill, about our loss of sovereignty, and the population experiment which happened at that time, the plantation, the change in our economy and the structure of our society. So I was looking through some of the documents in Galway City Hall, and at the time of the famine it's written down that some of the local councillors going, oh, how could this happen in this day and age? You know, that people in these modern times, how could people be starving and dying and leaving these shores? Well, this time is no different to any other time. And the time of the fall of Gaelic Ireland is no different to today. So I'll go through that later on, but the most important thing to start with is the Word. Whose word is it? It's not Google's word. Let Google argue with God about that, and we'll see which way it works out. Take authority over things which are not yours to be an authority over. You know, don't do it. Don't do it, because you're interfering. It's not even good for business when you interfere in the free market, interfere in the freedom of the way things should go. It's not a successful strategy, you know. Taking authority over things which are not yours. So here we are in support of proper authority, of the proper order of the world, of Christendom in Ireland, our culture and our civilization. So thanks very much for that, and we'll leave